Hello guys, good morning everyone. I hope yesterday's class is clear. Very good. So today we are going to start a very new concept with respect to data, that is data warehouse. And after completing data warehouse, we are also going to discuss in today's class with respect to big data. These two are very important concepts from exam point of view. Clear? So listen very carefully. Now let us start with something called data warehouse. Sir, before starting data warehouse, let us take a small example. Clear? Let us take an example of Apple. This is Apple Inclusive. This is a company, Apple Inclusive. Apple Inclusive. Now, sir, Apple Inclusive wants to launch a new product. Clear? Apple Inclusive wants to launch a new product. Clear? Apple Inclusive wants to launch new product. Clear? New product. Let us say, for example, I think I have that image. They want to start, clear? They want to start manufacturing of new phones, that is iPhone SE3. See here, recently I've seen news that, Apple wanted to start a new phone. Clear? They want to launch a new phone called Apple iPhone SE3. So let us take the same example. Let us take the latest examples only so that you can understand the concept in a much more better manner. So it wants to launch a new product called iPhone SE3. iPhone SE3. Clear? SE3. But here my question is simple question I'm asking you. Clear? A very simple question. Should should top level management of Apple Inclusive, clear? I repeat, should top level management of Apple Inclusive launch a new product, clear? Launch new products, clear? New products on ad hoc basis. Ad hoc basis. Sir, by ad hoc basis means without any analysis of data. I repeat, ad hoc basis means without analyzing any data. When I tell ad hoc basis, it means without, clear? Without analyzing any data. Clear? Or we have option number 2. Clear? I'll give you option number 2. That is launch new products. Clear? Launch new products after careful analysis of data. Simple. After careful analysis of data. So according to you, what should Apple do? Like, should it launch products on an ad hoc basis, that is without analyzing any data? Obviously no, sir. Obviously no. Now, should it launch the products after careful analysis of data? Yes. Now, every company, maybe it may be Apple, it may be Samsung, it may be STC. STC is now closed. It may be MI, or it may be in car industry also. It may be Maruti. Any company has multiple departments, right? Every company has multiple departments. Let us assume that Apple is having clear. Let us assume that Apple is having multiple departments. Like it is having one purchasing department. Clear? It is having one, clear? It is having one uh, production department. Clear? It is having purchasing department. Clear? It is having production department. Likewise it is having, clear? Likewise it is having stores department, or you can say stock department. Clear? Stock department. In the same way, it is also having one more department, we can say, sir, marketing department. Clear? Marketing department is there. Clear? Marketing department is there. It is also having sales department. Clear? It is also having sales department. Now, an organization will have multiple departments, right? Like product purchasing department is there, production department is there, stock department is there, marketing department is there, sir, sales department is there. There are many departments, right? Now what happens? Sir, purchasing department ka data, I repeat, purchasing department ka data, clear? Purchasing department data will be stored where, sir? In purchasing department's database, right? Purchasing department ka data will be stored where? In purchasing department database. In the same way, all the data relating to production will be stored where, sir? In the production database, right? All the data relating to stock department will be stored where, sir? In the stock database. All the data relating to marketing again where, sir? In marketing database, right? 1 minute. And again, all the data related to sales will be stored where, sir? In the sales department ka database. Clear? And data will keep getting updated in all these database. I repeat, in all these databases, data will keep getting updated on a real time basis. In all the databases of the company, clear? In all the databases of the company, data will get clear. Data will get updated. Clear? Data will get updated on real time basis. Real time basis. Clear? It will keep getting updated on a real time basis. Continuous updation of data will be there. Clear? Continuous updation of data. So this is the situation. Now question comes in order to, in simple words, right? For Apple, in order to launch a new product, clear? For Apple, in order to launch a new product without analysis of any of its previous products, if it just launches on ad hoc basis, what will happen? Chances of failure will happen. That is why what it has to do, it has to analyze purchasing ka data. It has to analyze production department data. It has to analyze stock department data. It has to analyze marketing data. It has to analyze sales data. After analyzing the data of all these departments from multiple years, like Apple is manufacturing iPhones from 2007, right? From 2007, today is 2021. So from 2007 till 2021, multiple phones it might have launched. And so that is why it has to analyze all the data with respect to most of the departments and then only take a decision. Like tell me, which department according to you will have a better idea about what are the customers' taste and preferences? Simple question. Like is it the purchasing department? Is it the production department? No. Is it the stock department? No. Which department, sir? Marketing department. So marketing department is having a much more better idea than compared to all the other departments with respect to clear with respect to what, sir? With respect to consumers' taste and preferences. So that is why in simple words what I need to say is every type of data has to be analyzed by whom? Apple, and then take a decision. Now let us say for example recently I've seen this news. Sir, Apple iPhone 12 mini. Clear? Apple's decision to stop Apple iPhone 12 mini. Now, Apple decided to stop the production of iPhone 12 mini because it was a complete failure. Complete failure. Clear? Apple stops completely production reduced and slowly they are going to stop the production. Apple winds down the iPhone 12 mini production. Slowly they reduce and now they close the production. Why? Because this product was a complete failure. Now tell me, without analyzing the sales data of Apple 12 mini, if iPhone 13 mini starts production, iPhone mini 13. Now, let us assume that Apple does not analyze the data relating to sales and marketing of or any other data relating to iPhone 12 mini. Without analyzing the data, it starts manufacturing and starts selling iPhone 13 mini. You think chances of success will be there? Sir, chances of success will be very minimum. Why? Sir, the same type of product, the previous generation was a complete failure. Without analyzing the data, I start manufacturing iPhone 13 mini and start selling it. This will also be a complete failure. So that is why in order to avoid failure, what should Apple do? Apple should analyze. I repeat, Apple should analyze the previous products, like which product how much sales was there, which product was the most sold product of Apple, which was the least sold product of Apple. This analysis it has to do. Then only it has to take a decision. Question comes, data is there in individual databases, right? Purchase department ka data is there with purchase department. Production department ka data is there with production department. Stock department ka data is there with stock department. These data, as I already told you, will keep getting updated on what? Real time basis, right? And this data, what is there in individual databases? Data which is there in individual databases, clear? I repeat, the data which is there in individual databases is operational data. Which data, sir? Operational data. Sir, what do we mean by operational data? I already explained you. Data which keeps getting updated on a real-time basis. Every minute, every second, every 10 seconds, every day, it will keep getting updated on a continuous basis. Clear? Updated on a continuous basis. Updated on continuous basis. Continuous basis. In where, sir? In database, right? So now question comes. Now I want to analyze marketing data. Clear? Now I want to analyze marketing data. I want to analyze sales data. I want to analyze stock data. Now uh, should I, question comes if I implement, question comes if I, clear, if I use analysis tools, analysis tools directly, clear, directly in individual databases, individual database, is it practically possible? Like what will I do? Like let us say data mining techniques are there. Here we have data mining techniques, data analytics techniques, big data techniques. So can I, what happens is, question comes, should I use, can I use directly the analysis techniques in marketing department database? Simple question. Can I, clear, question comes, can I, can we directly implement, clear, can we directly implement data analysis tools, data analysis tools in individual database? Simple question. So can we directly implement data analytics tools in individual database? Means I will implement data analysis tools in marketing department database. Again, I will implement the data analysis tools in sales department database. If I do, it's fine, I can do. But problem, sir, but problem, practically you should not do like that. It's a big no. It's a big no. But why, sir? Why it is a big no? Now let us say I'm analyzing, let us assume that I implemented data analysis software, I implemented data analysis tools, I implemented data analysis techniques in marketing department data. What will happen? Let us assume that something happens to this data. If I lose this data, then analysis may go wrong, or I may lose the data, or data may get corrupted. Then what will I do? Company will be at a big loss. So if I implement the data analysis tools directly on the individual database, what will happen? Data may get corrupted. Data may get corrupted. Clear? Or data analysis may go wrong. Analysis may go wrong, or data may get deleted. Data may get deleted. There are many possibilities, right? In all these cases, can I say, in all these cases, what will happen? The company will be at a huge loss, right? The company will be at a huge loss. Organization will be at huge loss. Huge loss. So implementing directly, I can implement, that is not a problem. But practically you should not do that. Why? I'm not having an additional copy of data, right? If I implement any software in the marketing department's database, if database gets corrupted, I will lose all my data. Then what will company do then? Company will crash it. So that is why what will happen now? That is why what will Apple now do is, what will Apple do now is, I will tell you. Clear? So what is happening here? Sir, this is clear. This is marketing department ka database. Clear? This is marketing department ka database, right? This is marketing department ka database. In the same way, what will happen? I will have another database. Clear? What will I do? I will take another database. Let us say, for example, this I have here is sales database. Clear? Sales database. Sales database. In the same way, clear? In the same way, I will take purchase department ka database. Clear? I will take purchase department ka database. Purchase department database. Clear? Now, in the same way, what I'll do, I will clear. These are individual databases. Clear? These are individual databases. Again, clear. Stock department. Stock department ka database. So, individual databases. Say, what will I do? I will create. Clear? What I'll do is here I will take. Clear? This is data warehouse. Clear? This is data warehouse. Data warehouse. Clear? It is nothing but one more type of size. See, database is nothing but a server, right? It is nothing but a server. Database is nothing but a server, right? So what will I do? So from different types of database servers, clear? Different types of database. What will I do? Clear? I will extract the data. Like whatever marketing data I want, I will extract. Whatever sales data I want, I will extract. Whatever purchase data I want, I will extract. Whatever stock related data I want, I will extract. So first what will I do? I will extract the data. Clear? First what will I do? I will extract the data. All the data from different databases. First what will I do? First extract. Clear? Whatever data from marketing I require, extract. Whatever sales data I want, extract. Extract means copy, remove, copy. Clear? Extract in the sense copy. I will not delete. Clear? I will not delete. I will just copy. I will not delete data from marketing. I will make one more copy of that data. I will not delete sales data. I will copy that data whatever I require. But sir, question comes. Sir, every type of database may not have same type of data format. I repeat, every type of database. Clear? Every type of database. Every type of database may not have, clear, I repeat, every type of database may not have same type of, clear, same type of data format. Clear? Same type of data format. Simple. See, marketing may I may save data in a different way. Sales may the format of data might be different. Purchase database may format of data may be different. Stock database may data format may be different. So what will happen is, now what I have to do is second step what I have to do is I have to transform the data. Second step may I have to transform the data. Now let us say for example here date. Clear? Let us say for example date. So date can be stored in different formats like dd, mm, yy, or it can be stored in this format mm, dd, yy, or I can also store in this way yy, mm, dd, right? So let us assume that in one database I have stored the date in this way. Second database may I have stored the date in this way. Third database may I have stored the date in this way. So this is called what? This is called inconsistent data. This is called inconsistent data. Inconsistent data. Which data, sir? Inconsistent data. Inconsistent data means which cannot be compared. I repeat, inconsistent data means data which cannot be used, which cannot be used for analysis. Clear? I repeat, data which I cannot use for analysis is called what? Is called as inconsistent data. So what is happening here? One database may this is the format, second database may this is the format, and third database may this is the format. Now what will I do? All the data, whatever I have, I will convert in one format. I will convert the all dates into one format. That is dd, mm, yy. All the database made different types of formats of data are there. What will I do? I will convert all the data into one format. The process of converting different types of data into one type of data is called what? transformation. After transformation, what will data happen? Data will become consistent. Data will become consistent. Clear? Data will become consistent. Consistent means it can easily be used for data analysis. Next, after the transformation of data is done, what will I do now? Third one, load the data where into the data warehouse. Load data into data warehouse. Clear? So I repeat, how many steps are there? So in simple words, point number one. Am I deleting the data from marketing? No. Am I deleting the data from sales database? No. Am I deleting the data from purchase database? No. What am I doing? I'm extracting the data. Step number one is extract the data. Means copy the data from marketing database. Copy whatever data you require from sales database. Copy data from purchase the database, whatever I require. And copy the data from stock database, whatever I require. After that, see, if all the data in every type of database is in same format, no issues. If it is in different format, I cannot compare, I cannot analyze. So what will I do? I will convert or transform all the data into one single format. And once the data is converted from multiple formats into one single format, I will copy that into what? Data warehouse. Now on data warehouse, clear? Data warehouse may clear on data warehouse, what will I do? I will perform data analysis. I will perform data analysis. After analyzing the data, what will I do? I will take decisions. Decision making I will do. So in simple words, what am I doing here? I'm analyzing my previous data. I'm analyzing all the data what I require and then taking a decision. Now tell the chances of decision making being wrong are very high or very less? Very less. This is called what? This is called as data warehouse. I repeat, let me repeat the complete example once. So we started with data warehouse. Let me explain the complete example once. So there is a company called Apple Inclusive. Apple Inclusive wanted to launch what? A product, new product that is called iPhone SE 3. It has two options. Option number one, sir, launch a product without analyzing the previous product ka performance, or launch the products after careful analysis of previous products ka data. So it decided not to launch in an ad hoc basis. Apple Inclusive decided that it wants to launch its new products after a careful analysis of existing products ka performance. Now it wanted to analyze. Now it found out that there are multiple departments, right? Purchasing department is there, production department, stock department, marketing department, sales department, and it found out that every department के लिए there is a separate server, separate database. Purchasing department का data is stored in a separate server, that is a separate database. Production department का data is stored in a separate database. Stock department का data is stored in a separate department का database. So every department has a separate server, separate database. So it has two options now. Option number one, individually perform data analysis. If I perform data analysis in individual databases, what will happen? There might be chances that data might get corrupted. By mistake, I may delete the data, or analysis may not be performed in a proper way. Plus, one more problem here is data here continuously keeps getting updated. Data in all these individual databases is updated on a real-time basis. That is called operational data. Every second data is getting updated here. Sir, when data is updating, it is becomes very difficult for me. It becomes very difficult for me to analyze the existing data also and the incoming data also. So better what do I do? Better what do I do is all the data, clear all the data from different databases, from different servers, different databases, rather than analyzing them individually. What will I do? I will copy the marketing related data what I want. I will copy the sales related data from sales database what I want. Purchase and stock department ka data I will copy. That is called what? Extraction. And if I feel that the data in different types of database is having a different format, what will I do? I will convert. Clear? Example I gave you, date. When data format is different, like data format is different here, data format is different here, data format is different here, data format is different here. So can I compare the data in different formats? No. Can I prepare an analysis report for that? No. I can neither compare nor I can analyze. Such data is called what? Inconsistent data. So inconsistent data ko I will convert into one single format. Then it becomes what? Consistent. Consistent means easy to compare, easy to analyze. This step is called what? Transformation. And then what is it called? Once the conversion is done, once the transformation is done, I will load all the data into data warehouse. In data warehouse, this is called non-operational data. Non-operational data means data does not get updated automatically. If I want, I will update. If I don't want, I will not update. This is the data which I am not using right now. Clear? This is the data which company is not using right now. Copy the data and dump into data warehouse. Clear? Operational data means live data which is getting updated regularly. Non-operational data, it is the data which is not being used right now. Clear? So so what I'm doing here also I have one copy. In data warehouse also I have one copy. Clear? So here in data warehouse, what will I do? I will do data analysis. Based on the data analysis, a decision maker will take a decision. And in such case, the chances of success will be high. The chances of failure of a product will be very less. I hope everyone understood the example. I hope it is clear, right? Data warehouse example. Now let us write the notes for database. Clear? Data warehouse ka notes. Notes for data warehouse. Clear? Notes for data warehouse. Now, as I already told you, sir, what is a data warehouse, sir? Can someone tell? Can someone tell a small definition of data warehouse? Sir, in simple words, if I say data warehouse is a mechanism, clear? Data warehouse, data warehouse is a mechanism, clear? Is a mechanism. For what purpose, sir? Is a mechanism for extracting the data. For extracting data from clear data from one or more databases. Clear? Extracting extracting data from one or more databases, transforming the data, transforming the data and loading into loading the data, clear? Loading the data where, sir? Loading the data into a data warehouse, into data warehouse, data warehouse. Clear? Data warehouse. Clear? So first what will I do? I will extract the data. Sir, extract means what? Extract means what? Sir, extract means copying the data, copy of data from individual database. Clear? Individual database to clear copy of data from individual database to data warehouse. Sir, what is data warehouse? This is another database. This you can say it's a consolidated. You can say data warehouse is nothing but it's a consolidated dated database. Means in purchase department ka database you will find only purchase department ka data. In sales department ka database you will find only sales related data. But in data warehouse I will find all the departments ka data. All the departments ka data I will find in data warehouse. Next, and then transforming data. So transforming means conversion of clear conversion of data, conversion of different types of data, different types of data into one single format, one single format of data. Clear? One single format of data. So different types means what? When data is of different types or different formats, it is called inconsistent. Clear? When data is of different types or when data is of different formats, it is called inconsistent. Inconsistent data means it can neither be compared nor be analyzed. Clear? So neither I can compare nor I can analyze, right? Next, single format. Clear? Single format means what? So single format means consistent data. Consistent data. Clear? Sir, consistent data means can be compared and analyzed also. Can be compared and analyzed also. I can compare also. I can analyze also. Now tell, is inconsistent data useful in data warehouse? No. But is consistent data useful in data warehouse? Yes. And then what happens? After transformation, I will load. Load means what? Transfer the data to a database. Clear? Transfer data into data warehouse. Clear? Transfer data into data warehouse. For what purpose? For analysis and decision making, right? For analysis and decision making. Clear? For analysis and decision making, I can use this. Understood? Simple logic. Any doubts? No. So remember one thing, there are some rules. Clear? For data warehouse, some rules are there. Clear? For data warehouse, some rules are there. Rules of data warehouse. This you have to be very careful. Clear? Rules. Data warehouse rules. Data warehouse rules. This you have to be very careful. Listen very carefully. Clear? Now, rule number 1. So rule number says it should clear. It uses non-operational data. Non-operational data. Sir, what do we mean by non-operational data? The data which is not getting used as of now. As I already told you, the data which is there in individual databases gets updated on a real-time basis. Within seconds, it will get updated. So this is called operational data. But data here, sir, whatever data I have copied into data warehouse, that will not change unless and until I want to change. Clear? So this is called non-operational data. Data which is not being used right now. Data which is not being used right now. Non-operational data means data not being used and updated now. By whom? By organization. Correct? This is rule number 1. Next, sir, rule number 2. This also you have to remember. Clear? The data in a data warehouse, it is time variant. Time variant. So time variant means, sir, whenever I'm copying the data from a database, individual databases to data warehouse. I repeat, whenever I'm copying the data from individual databases to data warehouse, it should have a timestamp. Clear? Timestamp should be mentioned. Should be mentioned. Means, let us say for example, I copied the data on 1st January 2021 at clear. I copied the data on 1st January 2021 at 11:59:01 a.m. From where? From marketing database. Clear? This is nothing but called timestamp. From marketing database, data was copied from marketing database into data warehouse on which date? On 1st January 2021. At what time, sir? 11:59:01 a.m. Why this timestamp is required, sir? Because next time when I, let us say for example, next time I'm copying the data. Let us assume that next time I'm copying the data on 12th February 2021 at clear 12th February at what time? Let us say for example 1:03:05 p.m. Clear? 1:03:05 p.m. In that case, what happens? I should be easy. It should be easy to compare for me. Clear? It should be easy to compare for me. So when I have timestamps, what will happen? When I have timestamps, it is easy to compare. Okay, on 1st January, on so and so date, on so and so time, I copied that data. On 12th February, on so and so time, I copied the data. What is the difference between this data? What are the changes happened? It will be easy to compare. Clear? For that easy comparison, it says data warehouse should mention what, sir? A timestamp. Clear? It should mention what, sir? A timestamp. Next. Third and most important one is nothing but the data is standardized. Clear? Data is standardized. So standardized, I already told you, same format. Clear? Data should be in same format. That is nothing but standardization of data. If data is there in different formats, what will happen, sir? It will be difficult to compare and it will be difficult to analyze. Clear? So what are the three rules of data warehouse, sir? One is it uses non-operational data. Number two, it is a time variant. And number three, the data should be standardized. These three rules you have to keep in mind while creating a database. But question comes, how to create a database? How to create data warehouse? Clear? How to create data warehouse? So to create a data warehouse, I repeat, to create a data warehouse, I have two different methods. Clear? To create a data warehouse, I have two different methods. So first method here is clear, bottom up approach. Clear? Bottom up approach. Bottom up approach. And the second method what I have is top down approach. Clear? Second one I have is top down approach. Clear? First we have is bottom up approach and second one we have is top down approach. So in bottom up approach what happens? I will create, clear, first what will I create is first, clear, just give me a minute, 1 minute. Yeah. So voice is clear? Yes. So what we were discussing was bottom up and top down approach. As I already told you, there are two methods of creating a data warehouse. One is bottom up approach and second one is top down approach. So in bottom up approach, what will I do is I will create small databases for every department. I repeat, depending upon my requirements, for every department, I create a separate, you can say, database. What will I do? Separate databases I will create. Let us say, for example, four databases I created. Clear? Here I created four databases. Clear? I created four databases. Clear? Four small databases I created. Let us say one for clear. Let us assume that one is for clear. One is for stock department. On the requirements of stock department, I created one stock department ka database. Second database what I created was, let us say for example, purchases. Sales ka database I created, and then I created also for marketing database. Now small databases, I repeat, individual small databases I will combine. I repeat, individual small databases I will combine and create a big database. I repeat, individual small databases I will connect and create what, sir? And I will create a big database. Clear? I will create a big database. So what is happening here, sir? In case of bottom up approach, first I am creating individual small databases. Clear? Individual small databases I am creating, and these individual small databases I am connecting and creating a big data warehouse, big database. Clear? These are also called as, these small databases are also called as data mart. Clear? Data mart. Clear? This is called as data mart. So what will I create, sir? I will create individual data marts. It is nothing but small databases. Clear? Data mart. Data mart. Clear? I will create individual small databases for the departments what I require. These individual small databases are called what? Data marts. When I combine all the data marts, and then create a big data mart or a big database. This big database what I create is called what? Bottom up approach. Clear? This is called bottom up approach. So in simple words, sir, in bottom up approach, what is happening? In bottom up approach, clear, small data warehouses called as data marts, clear, called as data marts, sorry, clear, called as data marts. What will I do? Data marts are created here, are created and then combined, clear, and then combined into a larger data warehouse, into larger data warehouse, clear, warehouse, clear. So first I will create individual small data marts, and these individual small data marts ko I will combine and create a big database. And so top down approach is the exact opposite, of bottom up approach. Bottom up approach. Here, so here what will I do? First I will create a big data warehouse for the entire organization. I repeat, first what will I do? I will create a big database for the entire organization. I will create a data warehouse for entire organization. Entire organization. Clear? I will create a big data warehouse for the entire organization. All the data relating to my company, I will dump here. All data of organization will be dumped here, right? All the data relating to all the organizations will be dumped here. Clear? So this is called what? This is called as a big data. Now after this, what will I do? Depending upon my requirements. I repeat, depending upon my requirements. From this, I repeat, from this big data, base, what will I do? I will create small data warehouses. Clear? From this, what will I do? I will create small data marts. I will create data mart 1, data mart 1 relating to production department. Clear? Reduction to production department. So again, I will create data mart 2 for marketing department. I will create data mart, clear, data mart 3 for, let us say, for example, sales department. So what am I doing here? One big data warehouse. I repeat, one big data warehouse. I am dividing into multiple small data warehouses. One big data warehouse I am dividing into multiple small data warehouses. This is called what? This is called as top down approach. Clear? So how many approaches are there, sir, to create a data warehouse? Two approaches. What are those? Bottom up, top down. In bottom up, what will I do? Individual small data warehouses I will create. I will combine all the small data warehouses and create a big database. In top-down approach, what will happen? I will create a big database for the complete organization, and depending upon the requirements, I will start creating small databases. Clear? This is called bottom-up and top-down approach. I hope it is clear. Now, the last concept under the last concept under this one, data warehouse, is nothing but benefits of data warehouse. Clear? Benefits of data warehouse. Clear? Benefits of data warehouse. Correct? Benefits of data warehouse. Sir, we have some benefits here. I will list out the benefits here. So please be very careful. Sir, advantages. Advantage number one, provides, clear, provides centralized, clear, view of data. Clear? Centralized view of data. So centralized view of data means all the data, clear, all the data will be there. All the data of different departments. Different departments. Clear? I repeat, all the data of different departments are available in single place. Single place. What is that single place? That is nothing but data warehouse, right? Data warehouse. All the different departments ka data is dumped in a single place called data warehouse. So since all the data is available in one place, it becomes easy to compare, it becomes easy to understand, easy to analyze, easy to take a decision. This is called what? Centralized view of data. Next, clear? Helps in trend analysis. Helps in trend analysis. Clear? helps in trend analysis. Means what my customers are like from last 2 3 years. What are my customers? What are the taste and preferences of the customers? What are the changes in the taste and preferences of the customers? From last 10 years, what are the products I've launched, and what are the products customers are buying more, customers are buying less? In future, are customers going to buy my product or not? These trends I can analyze. These patterns of data I can easily analyze. Clear? It provides tools to combine data. Sir, all the small data marts ka data, as we already discussed, all the small data marts ka data, I'm copying and combining, I'm creating what? A big data warehouse. So it will provide tools and techniques to combine small data marts and create one big data warehouse. Clear? Next. Only consistent data is used. Only consistent data is used. Consistent data means data which is easy to analyze, compare and take decisions. So in simple words, what we can say, can I say during transform phase, inconsistent data is removed. Inconsistent data is removed. So only consistent data I have, only similar type of data, same format of data I have, which for which it becomes easy to do analysis. Clear? And then helps in better understanding of data. Helps in clear better understanding of data. So when data is scattered in different places, see here, data is scattered in different places. Data is scattered in different places. So when data is scattered in multiple places, it is difficult to analyze, very difficult to analyze the data. But what happens, sir? All that data which is scattered in multiple places, I'm copying into one place, which is easy to analyze, right? So that is what is called this point, this advantage. Clear? So it helps in better understanding the data. Why? Because all the data is in one place rather than being scattered. Clear? Data is not scattered, data is there in one place. And one point I think I've explained you, ETL, clear, extract transform load. And this extract transform load in short is called as ETL process. Which process, sir? ETL process. ETL process. Clear? I hope the concept is clear. If you have any doubts, you can please ask. If you have no doubts, we can continue with next concept, that is apna big data, which is again very important, and students will get confused here only. These are the concepts where students will get confused. So I have tried to make the concept as easy to understand and as better to understand as possible. I hope everyone understood the concept. Clear? Very good. Take a break of 10 minutes and then we will start with next concept, big data. Clear?